All right, we lie. Fred, is that your background out here? Is that baby Fred out here?
If you do, it's through the door. I told you with these headphones, I can't hear nothing in my background. I need to open up one ear. Because, hey, these some noise canceling.
Hold on.
Real.
Hold on. I just noticed mine's ahead. Hold on.
Why I say the video ended? We live on this one, though.
No, we lie.
We live on this.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go full screen this week so I can focus. So I'm not gonna see no comments today, Fred.
Dang,
Yeah, I'm gonna still watch comments.
All right, and then I would say because we got this little triple. Hold on, let me switch the screen up. I think we can do
okay, right there, right.
this.
Yeah, you all the way in, bro.
Yeah, this is a better layout. It was the layout of the screen that was messing that up.
Nah, I feel you.
But this works better now, I think. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome to What's Happening. I'm Brad.
I'm Fred.
So, shall we talk about what's happening? What's happening with you, bro?
Nothing much. Just enjoyed Father's Day.
Yes, sir.
My daughter cooked for me. My lady got me a shop vac. Yeah, I know I'm getting old. I'm happy about a shop vac, but can't wait to get it dirty. I bought me a couple little tools and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Some drywall tools to go with my DeWalt stuff. So overall, I just sat back and enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Had a great weekend with the fam. What's up with you, bro?
Man, I had a great weekend, bro. All right, so I ain't even talked to you since we last recorded. I got that new van that I've been needing.
That's what's up.
I got that on Friday. My Friday work day, I sat in the store for 5 hours and did nothing. So went work, easy day. Got the new van Friday night. Saturday, we had the Juneteenth celebration at the church. Did that in the early afternoon. Got that done. Saturday evening, my best friend Jessica, she threw a party for her sister cousin Ashley, and also a couple other cousins as well. It was a surprise party for them, but Jessica made it sound like it was a Juneteenth party. That was funny because Ashley, and I'm gonna make sure I send this clip to Ashley to let me hear her talking about her. She showed up late, not knowing this was a surprise party, and you could tell she didn't really plan on staying long because she had on, it was supposed to be like a luau theme, and she had on like jeans and a hoodie or something like that, high heels, things like that. She came through late, and then she saw that there was a birthday party. I swear she did a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers morph into a luau outfit. I don't know how she changed her clothes, how she went home, changed clothes, and came back so fast. By the time I grabbed the plate and sat down, she was here in a whole new attire. But that was a good time, man. Also, that was a grown folk event. It's the first time I had a chance to go to a grown folk event in like 10 years. It was a good time. And then Sunday, man, was chill, man. My kids and the kids and the wife, man, they got me some t-shirts. They got me this little joint right here. This is a little keychain Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. Yeah, man, and I just was able to just relax the whole weekend. So, new vehicle, good times with family, good times with friends. Hey, all good over here.
You ask for more.
Exactly. And so first off, if you are watching us on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, thank you. Welcome to What's Happening. And you're probably wondering, okay, who's this guy just standing here waiting for an opportunity to talk? This is my brother. My
What's happening?
Hey, he hit me up like 2 or 3 months ago and said, "Definitely let me know if you ever want me to be on the podcast." I was like, "Check, we gonna figure that out."
No, for sure. No, for
Hey,
real.
hey, man, it's good to have you on, bro.
Man, it's definitely an honor, man. It's a pleasure. It's good to just, man, chop it up with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's like we getting ready to talk, but it's almost like we get to like reminisce as well because we had a lot of good times, a lot of good laughs.
absolutely. So I like to tie things in together. Um, I think I said this on an earlier episode, like an early episode. But one thing about me is when I come on camera, I'm intentional about the things that I wear. And so this shirt that y'all have seen me wear the shirt in the past, it says redeem. It's got the barcode. Brandon here, his wife made this one.
Yeah,
So go
Dope.
go ahead and plug the wife's website real quick.
yeah. I
Shout out
gotta, yeah,
Kiera.
I gotta do a shameless plug.
Hey, ain't no
But
Ain't no
shame around
shame.
here.
hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, but no, man, that's my wife's brand that she created called Made First. And the whole message behind the brand is those that was last shall be made first. You know, it's based off of a Bible scripture in Matthew. And then when she made that shirt Redeem, she had the idea with the barcode, like, you know, God bought us, of course, with his blood, you know. So whenever you got that barcode on, you got to know that you one of God's chosen. You know, you've been bought. You know, so that was
Dope.
the whole idea behind that. And you know, she just had our third baby, and I know we'll probably talk about that too. But like, she took
Yes,
just a little
sir.
break. She took a little break, but she got a lot of good ideas she's getting ready to work on, and she kind of want me to start getting some of the men's stuff. So I'm excited about that. I got a whole bunch of ideas. So yeah,
Yes,
we're
sir.
gonna completely revive the brand probably here this fall.
That's
That's what's
dope.
up. And listen, y'all live in the same world that we live in. Gas is high, inflation is high, and he just had a third baby. Please buy a shirt.
Please, bro.
But no, man, we want to we want to get you on here, and you know,
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about life. We're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about your music, and figure out what you got going on, and
for
you know,
sure.
everything we do is freestyle. For those of you that are listening or watching, Fred and Brandon have never met before we went live about 5-6 minutes ago. So here we go. This is what we do. We keep it a buck, man. So I
Gotcha.
mean, why don't you so I met you in 2014 at the church. And again, to tie all things together, you guys might remember from episode 9, we interviewed Dominique Stamper. We talked about the same church. So I'm bringing you dope people from the same circle.
Definitely. Shout out Dom, man. He doing a lot of good things with the youth basketball. So just, you know, if he listening, man, shout out Dom too, man. Keep doing your
Yes,
good work, bro.
sir.
For
Yes,
sure.
sir.
What's good, Dom?
Yes, sir. But yeah, so I said I met you around 2014. So
Yeah.
I mean, in your own words, give us your kind of your walk up to that point. And
Man.
from what I've gathered, I think you did a little bit of music even before then.
Yeah, man. 2014, man. 2014, man, I still was getting back acclimated, like, you know, with the church and stuff. Um, I wasn't, of course, where I am today, so I still had a lot of the world in me, you know. And I used to do secular music before. I used to go actually by the stage name of Easy Money before.
Okay.
Now the name that I record underneath is AG2G, which just stands for All Glory to God. Uh, I go by that name just because like everything that I do, like when people be like, "Oh man, that song is crazy," like, or you know, you did this or I did that. You know, it's God, it ain't me. You know, so I just want to give God a glory. You know, and to just go back to 2014, I feel like me and Brad was like, what was pretty cool is like we was the youngest leaders, I think, like on leadership,
Man, I
which
don't
was
know how I
crazy.
became. I don't know how I became a leader. I I didn't ask for it. I didn't.
Yeah,
I just okay.
yeah, man. So it was just like
You chosen.
I came on to leadership and Brad was there. And like, Brad just, man, he got that welcoming vibe. Like, he's not funny acting. He's not fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's church. And I know sometimes like church people get labeled a certain kind of way. But, Brad was not that stereotypical Christian, man. He was just himself. He welcomed me. Me and him had a lot of good laughs, man, a lot of good times. Um, I just remember too, like that's back then when he used to, work with the cell phones. You
Man.
know, you done leveled up now. Got your own podcast.
man, man, I appreciate that, but we talking about you today, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
but
So man, from there, man, like that's just what I really remember us meeting, man. Just being young men, being leaders, just with a passion and dreams, and here we go today.
so what made you stop or slow down on your music initially?
Oh man, so initially what was happening, man, I was building up actually a lot of momentum. I actually did have a following more back then. And a person that I was connected with, he had kind of like told me like how to get into the industry. And he said, you got to make a hit song. And then when you have a hit song, then you got to go to a big recording studio and re-record that song there. So like an engineer that's already on, hear your music, and then you begin to build a name. So back then, which was a while ago, like I was actually gonna record at this studio. Man, I can't remember what it was called. Um, it was in Atlanta. It was in Atlanta where at that time, like Gucci and Waka,
Okay.
that's where they record and everything. And I had this song that was kind of starting to circulate a little bit around here and get played in like some clubs in Cleveland and stuff like that. So I was gonna go ahead and go do that song, down in Atlanta. Like I had got the studio session and everything. And man, I'll just never forget. Like my best friend, he produced my music back then. He was my main producer, and he was my right hand. He still is. He still respect me, even though my different choice, to live and different things like that. Like we was all in on it, and just one day, man, it was like probably like a couple weeks before, and just someone sitting right with me, man. I think if to be all the way honest, I know that it was God, but like not to get too deep, just like on the natural perspective, the thing that turned me off was I was watching a lot of videos and a lot of interviews, and I'm like, man, these dudes got to be in character 24/7. Like, I ain't no character. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a puppet. I don't got no switch to cut on and be like, oh, look at me. Like, that ain't me. Like, I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I saw by the interviews and different things, like, dang, they can't never be themselves. They always have to be that character no matter where they go. Like, they can't even go to Walmart and be themselves. They even got to go to something simple as Walmart. You still got to be this character. And then at this time, that was the first thing that caught my attention. And then I had like a video that I was getting ready to like actually do. And when I was like at the sit down and we was coming up with the ideas, a lot of the ideas, I'm just like, and that don't sit well with me. Like, and they're like, this is how you gonna get publicity, and just different things. Like, it ain't really too different from what you see today. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when I watch certain people, like they just call it clout chasing today, and it's just like basically, and it's something I observe. It's like you gotta almost make a mockery of yourself to start getting acknowledged on certain levels of entertainment. And
Mm.
I don't know if everybody believe or feel that way, but I do. I mean, I look at all the successful actors, and especially black men like that are actors. They've always had to play a woman. They always had to play like like you look at even like Wesley Snipes and just Will Smith and Jamie Foxx and like all these people have had to play a woman to really like grow their career. And I just feel like today you have to humiliate yourself to get on. And that just wasn't me.
So go ahead, Fred.
It's dope. Before I say anything, I'm gonna say what up to Amir. Shout out to I don't care what you think podcast. I see you in the comments. Appreciate you.
What's up, bro?
But I agree with you, Brandon, a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's the thing is though, I think they've gotten, kind of away more from the humiliation aspect necessarily, and I think they attack who you are. Like the thing is, you gotta let all your deepest, darkest secrets out that closet. Like they gonna know. And I think, that's where the humiliation comes from, is because they know everything about you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're with you 24/7. They know what you like, what you don't like, you know what I'm saying? The type of, women or, men or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like they know every single thing. So, those people that you think, oh, well, we making money and we doing this, they're the ones who's gonna flip that script when you're no longer making money or when you getting a little too high, and they got that in the vault to be able to get you to be the puppet. And I think that's where, you know what I'm saying, it starts, because it's just a big blackmail game. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at, Epstein and Cosby and Kelly and, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these people just recently here. My thing is, this stuff been going on for how long? Why is it always like every time you hear something about them, it's something that's been going on for a period of time that people knew about. But they always wait to bring it out. Like why nobody jumps on it right away when you see it happen, when you know it's wrong, you know what I'm saying? Why ain't they jumping on it? You know what I'm saying? So like, and that's why I say I don't think it's a humiliation factor. They just hold all the cards to who you are and what you don't want exposed or what you don't need to be exposed. And when you're no longer able to produce or make for them, then you become exposed, you know what I'm saying? So that way you become, you know what I'm saying, easy to weed out or throw away with no one saying anything or giving up a fight. Like, oh, that's not right. Because your character's tarnished, you know what I'm saying? Like your reputation's tarnished. Everything's gone from that standpoint. And it's hard to come back from. You know what I mean? So I think that's another, you know what I'm saying, side to it. But it's a wicked game, but at the same time, where I will say I kind of disagree. I don't think it's everybody. There's a select chosen few that don't have to go through, you know what I'm saying, those periods. And it's usually those who can reinvent themselves and keep themselves relevant. You know what I mean? When you look at the Snoops, the Jay-Z's, you know what I'm saying, the Diddy's, those people keep reinventing themselves in some way, or they redo the same thing, you know what I'm saying, in a way that's more appealing to those that can make it popular now.
I think too, though, those people, they've been established since the late 90s. I think because, like, you ever hear when people talk about gatekeepers, like when they talk about those kind of those titles and things like that, like Jay-Z, Snoop, these are people that have been Diddy. These people have been established since the 90s, so
but
they
my
don't
question
have
is, what did you have to do to get established? They had something to prove. You don't just become established. You know what I'm saying? Without putting in certain work or giving up a certain amount of money, or, you know what I'm saying, to that extent. Sometimes you can outsmart the system, and there's very few who does that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure.
because
Go ahead, bro.
you get things like I see them. You get things like 360 deals. You know what I'm saying? That necessarily ain't just saying people are bad or the industries are bad or you know what I'm saying that they did something. It's just you had a crooked business deal and they seen a dummy coming.
Yeah.
So peeling it back a little bit, you were talking about how you it sounded like people had to be in character, and you didn't. I mean, I'm assuming well, not. I'm assuming you said that's not you. That's
Yeah.
not that's not what you wanted to do. That's not who you wanted to be. Um,
Yeah.
would you say that? I guess what you're saying is that you've seen some people and you've had some conversations with them when the lights aren't on, and it's like that's not who you are. Is that
Right.
okay?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course, because it's like you can't turn off the character that you portray because I don't believe that nobody is the complete same in front of the camera and off of the camera, and that ability to just be yourself without having to be, like when you think about it, like you have to be Diddy, but then there's also Sean Combs. What
Mm-hmm.
about Sean Combs? Or is it just Diddy 24/7? I
Separate the
just
art from the artist.
That's true. That's true. I like that too.
We did an
But
episode calling
I
that.
guess I just think like, you know what I'm saying, for where I was at in 2014, I think the life that I was living, Fred, because it was like I was in between two worlds, God was calling me, but I was still in the world. So basically, like what I'm saying is I didn't I wasn't feeling like, oh, this is who I'm gonna be in the next 5 to 10 years. I
Yeah,
don't want to go any further. So that's what really I was kind of like saying. That's where I was at 2014. It was like why I pulled back because I'm like God was starting to tug on my heart. He was starting to call me a whole different way. So it's like, man, how am I gonna be able to live for the Lord but still portray like, oh, this is me as an artist, and God was changing me. So I guess that's what if I add that piece, maybe it kind of make more sense to what I was saying. Like, because it's not that people aren't being themselves, but if you're getting ready to transform, but then at the same time you're about to be on, how do you transform just when you're getting to be known? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a hard transition. If you're changing and the world is about to get to know you, then they're gonna be like, well, who is this dude? Like, like 2 months ago, he was talking about smoking weed, hitting different chicks. And now, like, he talking about Jesus and he talking about being sober. You know what I'm saying? I
no,
just,
I get it. Everybody can't be R. Kelly, so you know what I'm saying. Like, hey, I'm gonna just be honest. You say what you
yeah.
want, but happy people and you save me. You know what I'm saying on the same album. I don't see who else could do it. He's the greatest, but he's a goat. But
Yeah.
but on that, you know what I'm saying, being two different people, it's kind of funny you say that because I actually remember a person who tried out for American Idol,
Uh-huh.
and this person, I mean, got chops. They can blow. It's beyond belief. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell the difference from somebody who sang and somebody who can really, you know what I'm saying, blow and know music. And she was
Yeah.
one of those that was, you know what I'm saying, had that special ability.
Yeah.
And she could have went far in American Idol, but the thing was they wanted her to change her name.
Hmm.
And she didn't want to be who they wanted her to be to the world. And so, you know what I'm saying, that it was real hard and she walked away from it all. And I mean, probably had a hell of a chance to win, you know what I'm saying, American Idol, easy.
Wow.
And all because they said, well, you're going to have to be this person as the cast member. You know what I'm saying? When we call you
Yeah.
out, you'll go by this name, you know what I'm saying, all the way through, you'll be this name.
Yeah.
And she was like, nah, that's not who I am.
Mm.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what I
I can
mean?
relate to that.
And it's crazy, you know, that when you said that, that it's like that's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Can you be, you know what I'm saying, somebody that you're not like? And
Yeah,
if you think about it, you know what I'm saying, like when um Dre bought him, he said, "Hey, yeah, you could rap, but ain't nobody finna listen to it."
Mm.
shh.
So he had to come out with the real Slim Shady, some corny ass shit to catch everybody. I mean, don't get me
And
wrong. Like he
it
said,
blew up too.
he said he had bars in it. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
it was a corny, you know what I'm saying, like just catchy song,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it blew. And then you got his album. You listen to Marshall Mathers LP and be like, "Who the hell is this guy?" You know what I'm saying? Like I remember buying the album and I'm playing the song thinking, you know what I'm saying, playing the CD thing is gonna be cool. This motherfucker talking about his mom being raped and you know what I'm saying, like shit
Yeah.
going down in the trailer. My mom's like, cut that shit off. Like, what the hell did you just buy? Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I thought about the real Slim Shady, but I don't know who this guy is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So so you ended up, you know, kind of putting your music on hold, and you went into. I know you doing real estate. I feel like you were doing
Yeah.
something else.
that's what I'm talking about. Stay there.
Yeah. Man, I've been doing real estate for 3 years now.
Okay.
Man, cause what happened was like 2014, I kind of just became a drifter, man, to be honest. Cause it's like when you've been living a certain kind of way for so long, man, bro, you don't change overnight. So it
Right.
took me so long to find who I was in God. You know what I'm saying? So like from 2014 to like 2019, I just worked a whole bunch of random jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like I had worked for an IRA company called Equity. Um, I had worked for some good jobs though. Like I also had worked for like Lorain County mentor program where I was
Yeah,
mentoring the youth
I couldn't
that was
remember
in a
that.
detention center. Man, I really liked that job though, man. I really was able to pour into some young men and just really just show them it's a different way. And one thing is like when you really from a certain kind of background, like the youth pick up on that and they give you their ear. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that I really enjoyed that. Then I did outreach where I was helping the homeless um, find housing in Ohio, like through a program called PATH, which stands for Project Assistance Through Homelessness.
Wow.
I did that. And then after that, what another kind of job that I did, I was a reentry caseworker. So like that was really cool. And that was really crazy because I started seeing a lot of cats that I ran the streets with coming home. But it was cool because I got a chance to help them and they be like, bro, this is who you are today. Like, how did you go from being in the with me, like just being transparent, and I'm not trying to glorify my own life or nothing like that, but like how
Right.
you go from the trap to now being a reentry caseworker. You know what I'm saying? And
It's your
I did
story though.
I
Yeah.
did all that. You said what?
I said it's your story though. It ain't about glorifying your life. It's your story. Some people
Yeah.
need to hear it. It's
Yeah,
somebody else that's out there that's in that same boat that's probably one step away from going where your homeboys went, but could be going where you going hearing this. So go ahead.
yeah, man. Thanks, bro. And so then that was real cool, man, because I was able to show them like there was a whole bunch of jobs that hire felons. That was one thing I started learning. I got a lot of knowledge of companies and corporations that had programs for people that have felonies and stuff. So it's crazy. I went through all that to like that all came together for me to get my real estate license, right? So I get engaged, and then I started having like the real thoughts, like, all right, I need a career. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to have a wife, I'm about to have a kid, I'm about to have mortgage. Like, I need a real life job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to work no 9 to 5. Like, to me, that ain't almost even enough for real, to be honest. So man, it was crazy. I was cleaning out my old spot where I live. Me and my wife had got married, and I'm cleaning out my old spot. And I remember back in the day, I had interest in real estate. So I see a book, and I had forgot. Like, dang, I had started the classes. I had some of the books and everything. So it just came back to me like, oh man, I'm about to get my real estate license. You know what I'm saying? It's the perfect time, perfect opportunity. So I go to class and everything, right? I get done with the classes, and then guess what? Here comes my past. But I'm sharing this because I want to let everybody know, like, it's still an opportunity. So I pass all that, and I'm getting ready to take the national and state exam, and they like, hey, you got a felony? And I'm like, yeah, like, because I had some cases or whatever that just all got dropped down to just me having 5-year probation. So that's another thing. Like Brad didn't know that, but when you met me and I was at church, I was on probation. People didn't know that though, because I just was to myself. Like,
Didn't know that till right now.
yeah, like I'm saying, I'm just to
Yeah.
myself. I'm not trying to. I would need no stripes or none of that. I was just trying to make sure I didn't violate, to be honest. So,
Right.
Trying to stay
like,
here.
yeah, for real. So then I learned, like, okay, they learned about my felony, and I'm like, dang man, what I'm gonna do? Because they like, you can't have no felony and have your real estate license in Ohio. And I'm like, I started looking this up, and I'm like, man, no, this can't be possible. Like, they let me go to the school. I paid like $2,000 for the classes and to take the exam, and now they saying. So then I had looked, and it was like the only way to get your license, your real estate license in Ohio with a felony is you got to Yep, you got to write a letter to the state, man. And I wrote a letter, man, and I prayed about it, man, and it was crazy, man. I had to keep hitting them up like every month, man. They kept putting me off. It took like 4 or 5 months for them to finally be like, you know what? All right, we're gonna let you have a seat to take the exam. And man, I finally got that seat, man, and I passed the exam and got my real estate license. And here I am today, man. It's crazy. This year been really busy for me. I've been really just grinding and just keeping my head up. I ain't really been like paying attention to like my accolades or accomplishments. And I don't be going to the office too much, like where I got my real estate license held at.
Right.
It's at a place called Coldwell Banker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I go back to the office and I look, and I'm on a multi-million-dollar agents. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's crazy. Like, man, I don't know, man. God be showing out in my life, y'all. I ain't even gonna cap. Like, all I was doing was grinding. I didn't even set it as a goal or nothing, man. I just was grinding hard. I wasn't even checking my numbers to see how good my sales was, but I just knew I was working hard. Man, I was focused on my EP. I did that, and then, like I said, man, I went to the office, and I was number 9 ranked. I'm ranked the number 9 agent in my office, and that's out of like 55 agents.
There we go.
And I was the youngest one on the board.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Man.
So, quick question, and shout out Brandon Mullins for catching your first live. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for tuning in.
What's up, Brandon?
Yeah, I know it's one of yours. You know what I'm saying? But so did they expunge your record?
Yep. Yeah, I had the thing that's another thing. I'm happy you said that. I learned that whenever you're doing any kind of licensing that deals with any kind of laws, because there's real estate law, that they go deep into your record, and even if it's expunged, they're gonna take a look at it.
They still
Because
can see
dealing with, you said what?
They can still see it.
Yeah, they can still see it.
But they can't
Like
hold it
government
against you.
jobs, the same thing.
Yep, they can't hold it against you though, but they can still see it. Basically, I stayed 10 minutes outside of Fort Knox, and so with me coaching basketball, especially early on in the rec leagues, we our youth rec league partnered with Fort Knox, and so we would have games on Fort Knox, and they would have games off base, with us. And basically, you couldn't coach if you couldn't get on Knox. And when you go on Knox and you give them your ID and your social, they run your thumbprint, the whole nine through that mud. Like it ain't no joke. So, and they're gonna tell you flat out, 98. what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, you like, hold on, I thought I got that. No, I see it, but I'm just making sure. All right? Okay, 72. Like you, like, look, bro, I was only like 17. Like, come on, like I didn't see some old heads in there pleading their case with DCOs. Like, gee, do you know how old I was in 72? And you talking about I can't? And literally, it changes up based on what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen people literally. We go through the compound, we get on base today. Tomorrow, we might be at war with Russia, so they like, all right, they're locking everything down. Nah, you had a DUI, you're not getting on. Like, bro, I was on yesterday with a DUI. Yeah, not today though. And they're gonna tell you just like that. And they're gonna be like, and if you want to know if the rules change, you just check this board here. You know what I'm saying? Every so often, and yeah, but probably won't change unless things loosen up. So when you get out of here, you're gonna go to the first little roundabout. You're gonna make the left, and you're gonna head back out. Like, straight up, bro. Like, they're not playing. So I get what you're saying, because like I was in the same boat. I didn't. And the sad part was, I didn't even have a felony.
Yeah.
I had a minor misdemeanor, and I also back in the day had a theft charge, a credit card theft charge. So when I went to college, we found a wallet, me and another cat that I was cool with, and we decided to go on a little shopping spree with dude, credit card, buying dumb shit online. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they caught up with us, but because it was my first offense ever, it was just, they put me on diversion. It was like, once you finish your community service hours, we'll drop your, you know what I'm saying, your charge.
Yeah.
So that happened. I was like 18, 19. 3 years later, I'm literally asleep. I wake up to undercover detectives beating on the door, and they had, I guess, beat on the door, and my cousin let them in. So they're standing over my head, and I wake up to these folks standing on my head, and I look like, what the hell going on? And they was there for my cousin. Well, there was a bag of weed, you know what I'm saying, on the coffee table.
Yeah.
And so they was like, they looking around, they like, who weed is this? And they wouldn't tell us what they came to get my cousin for. Like, they told him, get dressed, you coming with me. So I was like, it's mine, you know what I mean? Like, because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't want to add nothing to what he had going on. So I'm like, it's just a bag of weed. It's a minor misdemeanor, no biggie. So I take the charge. They write me a ticket. I got to go to court. You know what I'm saying? They give me a little fine. I pay the fine. Well, I go to get my carry concealed weapon license in the state of Ohio. And they pulled that little weed charge up and said, oh, well, you have a minor misdemeanor for possession of marijuana. You can't get a carry concealed.
Dang.
And it's a minor misdemeanor. Like, this is non-jailable offense. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cat was just smoking some weed last night and had leftover in the bag. Like, dude said, the judge said it in the court, like it was 1.1 grams. I said, damn. So I had to write a letter in, you know what I'm saying, paid a little fee. I didn't call and check in, but they sent me a letter and said, we expunged your record. They expunged my record. So basically, I ended up getting 2 expunges. I had one through the diversion program in Cincinnati, and then one by me writing a letter when I was in Sandusky. And that's the only reason I'm able to get on Fort Knox. That's the only reason I'm able to get a carry concealed, that expungement. But every time I go, they say, oh, you had a theft?
Yeah.
Oh, you had a possession charge? I'm like, yeah, they both expunged. Yeah, we see.
That's so trifling.
Yeah, but like, it's like, why would you bring it up? Like, to me, I thought that was illegal for you to even say anything about it. Like, I didn't think,
bro.
I thought once you get expunged, like, because to me, if you can see it, if I come for an interview to your job and you do my background check and you see that I had, you know what I'm saying, some expunged charges. You shouldn't be able to say nothing to me about that.
Yeah.
Which, in reality, because I've been in management, I've done background checks and whatnot, you only get a pass or fail in management. You know what I'm saying? Now, higher up, they can get into it a little more, but it's only either pass or fail for what the company standards is set at.
Right.
Okay.
The government, like you said, that's different. When you're going through them, they can see it line by line like a credit report. It's not to be played with. So yeah, so like that, it's just weird that it's different like that on them too. But I feel what you're saying. And Brandon, I actually stay in Kentucky now, and we had the constitutional carry a little bit before Ohio jumped on board with it. So yeah, there is no permits or nothing. I'm actually glad about it.
Yeah.
Because when I moved here, my carry concealed from Ohio was still valid. And when you take the carry concealed class, if anybody, has ever taken it, has it, you pass the class and your certificate is good for 10 years. So what happens is you get your carry concealed license, and your license good for 5. So you should be able to get 2 licenses per paper for past class. And then after every 10 years, you got to retake the class to freshen up, make sure your sight is good, when you aim and whatnot. So it's just kind of like, when you get older and you drive with a license, they want to make sure that the elderly is still good to be on the road. So, when I moved here to Kentucky, Kentucky's a reciprocal state. So I got here and I was like, hey, I got a carry conceal. Here's my course paperwork, everything, license still intact, everything still good dates on them. They said, oh, you got to do everything all over. What? But if I didn't change my license, I don't have to do none of that over.
Dang.
I said, yeah, I'm not paying y'all a dime. That's trifling. I even offered to pay the application fee. Like, okay, if you got to redo a background check, I understand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can't get around background checks, whatever. But for me to have to take a course and I got a paperwork saying my course was good, nah. And if I didn't change my license, that I could have carried concealed as much as I wanted. So yeah, Brandon, I'm so happy about that constitutional carry because I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to pay nobody no money. But it's still a double-sided coin to that, double-edged sword to that. So be careful.
I just realized you're talking to Brandon in the comments and not.
Wow, yeah, I should have do that. I seen your face go sideways a couple times. Like, so how is this?
Why are we talking so much about guns?
Yeah, I can see your face. Like, so how we get from expungement to gun talk? But he threw that out there, so I just wanted to tag on in the comments. But my bad.
You're good. You're good.
I followed him though because it's in Ohio, and that's crazy. Me and my family was just talking about this 2 hours ago. Like, we just was talking about this. So now I'm with it. I hear you.
So you get your license. You become, in the top 20 percentile in the office that you're in, and something happens and you got that itch again to get your music back going.
Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy. Man, I always like kind of just to myself, like messed around, like freestyle on some beats or whatever. But man, it was when I met my brother-in-law, and man, rest in peace, my brother-in-law, man. He passed away this year.
Oh,
he had been battling some things, man. But he was a super, super talented lyricist. And one day, all of our family, we was all just there playing around doing karaoke. And man, I ain't gonna lie, man, he just tore it up. And I'm like, dang. And it just made me think, right? I'm like, man, I remember when I used to do stuff like that. And then me and him started going back and forth. And I was letting him hear like some stuff or whatever. And he was like, that's you? And I'm like, yeah, He's like, oh, no, bro, you got to drop. Like, you got to start dropping now. Like, man, no, for real. And I'm like, whatever. Because it's just like, man, I ain't been doing it, but it was like when I started to notice like I still had it, all of the like, it's funny, you started with 2014, but 2014 today, now I get why everything happened the way it did, because like my message is for people from my kind of background. Like just like what me and Fred was talking about, like he made a good point, like share your story, because you never know, who's listening. You don't never know who's in the same kind of predicaments as you been or still is. So like that's one of the points why I started like rapping, because it was like I wanted to show Christianity from a different perspective, like from my perspective, from my background, like showing like there's all different looks of people that believe and follow Jesus. Like a lot of times it's so funny, like people still clutch their like purse when I walk past, like, oh, black man with drink, like, you know what I'm saying? But they don't even know like how much I really love God, and I really could break down biblical truth for them for real. But I like that feeling. I don't know why. I like that I don't look like I would be a person that is in love with, Jesus Christ, that's my faith. But at the same time, that's why I can still go back to the places I used to be in and spread the gospel, and people will listen. And it's crazy. I didn't know that that's why my life was playing the way it is, but I started doing music because it's like, really, I'm doing music from people, like people that's listening to my music is people that used to do the same things that I was doing back in the day, that we was doing some of them things together, and they hear my music like, bro, I ain't never heard nobody rap about God like that. Like, like that's dope. Like, because when you think about it, like people, they're not hip to like Lecrae. They're not hip to, like Andy Mineo. They're not hip to KB. They're not hip to these artists. So like a lot of times, like some people is just hearing it from me, because they're not into like that type of genre of music yet. So it's pretty cool.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So I say let's get into it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I say, Brandon, you ain't gotta wait for no link. We're gonna play a couple cuts for you right now.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I
I
want to
want
know. I want to know who put the mad emoji.
who
I
put the
seen
what?
the mad emoji. I seen that and I was like, huh?
somebody.
Somebody a little upset. Oh well.
Oh yeah. Have
So
them, man. I want to hear. Have them elaborate. Like,
Nah,
why they angry.
I honestly think it was a. I honestly think it was a mistake. We good.
accident.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I am going to share.
So my project too, like, I mean, just to continue, it's called War on Demons, and I went with that name because like it's kind of like the little phrase today. Like back, we used to say like, "Oh, I'm a beast," or "I'm like I'm a monster," or whatever, But today, like a lot of times, people are just like, "Oh, I'm a demon," like, "Oh, I'm on demon time," different things like that. So, so,
I don't mean to laugh, but somebody. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
so like, so it was like I made this album like because it's just like the album's message is like just against the culture and like the stereotypes of like our people in all different ways, like people that is Christians or just people that are black, like, just it's all different demographics of what I'm talking about. So it's just really like a message against the stereotypes of our people and especially the people of faith. You know what I'm saying? So
So
War on Demons.
can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, I can. Did you sign in with a second person, or when you said share screen, did it drop you with a second name?
It
Second
dropped me
name
with a
with
second name.
That's dope.
So yeah, this is the first time we share screen on this platform. So
Yeah.
Brandon, which song you want to play first?
Man, let's play Keys first. Let's play
All right.
Keys.
We got
And
10 bricks, y'all.
let me know if y'all
Yeah,
can y'all hear it.
Unfortunately not.
All right, backup plan.
Hold on.
okay.
Might have.
Nope. Backup plan.
Okay.
I'm Gucci. I already got this figured out.
Look at Brad. He had it all planned out.
Let me log in. I'm gonna switch to the website instead of the Spotify app.
Okay.
And then when I do this, y'all bear with me. I'm gonna cut this out on the feed, on the podcast feed.
Was you doing it through your phone?
No, I'm gonna do it over here on the computer. But when I share from the website instead, it'll look a little different. All right, can y'all see my Spotify website?
Yeah.
All right, and we should be able to hear it.
What's his name on Spotify?
AG2G.
I don't know how to put that little arrow up.
It's you just press like shift and 6.
Ah.
Y'all can hear it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just dripping the blessings. Yeah, we just dripping the blessings. Yeah, we just dripping the blessings. God turn my L into lesson. Hey, all that hate cannot stop the Holy Ghost. So feel really, I'ma do the most. Talk about my Lord, I'ma go and bold. This a highlight reel, shout out Third Coast. I'm in the spirit, it felt like I could just flow. I got the game on the rope. I speak the mountains, I just believe and I grow. Now it's on ocean flow, it's in the sea. You cannot drive in the boat. I don't think you want the smoke. God got the angels on go, up in the scope. One word they letting it blow. Playing with God's kids, end up in the scope. I got plenty folk praying, plenty hope. Faith radical, Christian pop, will reverse the world. I'm inner scope, can't hit me though. If you want my attention by center row, praise God bold, not on the low. It's only one door, if you know, you know. Yeah, I got the keys to the kingdom. I got the keys to the city. God told me go and unlock it. Now we were studying and clocking. Hey, cooking up, I had to walk it. Dripping the blessings can't block it. No, God really said the whole gang. Never could stop it. He really had to just watch it. Ha, yeah, we just dripping the blessings. Yeah, we just dripping the blessings. Yeah, we just dripping the blessings. God turned my L into lessons. Yeah, we just dripping the blessings. Yeah, we just dripping the blessings. Yeah, we just dripping the blessings. God turned my L into lessons. Too many you.
I'm muted. My bad. I want to pause it there and tell us, kind of tell us the story behind that song.
Man, so the story behind that song, I start off saying I got keys to the kingdom, I got keys to the city. It's based off of a scripture where Jesus had just explained to the disciples the power that they had, and I just really ran with that. It was a biblical scripture, and the crazy thing was also Pastor Knight. Shout out Pastor Knight, man.
Pastor
Definitely shout
Knight.
out Pastor Knight, man. Big influence in my life. Shout out Pastor.
Whenever y'all hear me talk about my Ohio pastor, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, definitely. Like he definitely he had just did a Bible study about the keys of the kingdom, and basically just saying like the difference between like when you know God and like when you don't know God, like the maturity level of your faith. Because it's like when you think of the natural perspective, like you don't give keys to a kid. Like all of us here is fathers. Like we was all talking about Father's Day, and I know that we got our youngest. I don't know how young y'all youngest is, but I wouldn't give my youngest keys yet.
Man, you better not. Your youngest is a week old.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like them babies it's over. Like, like they're gonna be lost. So basically what it is like when you understand who you are in God, then God give you keys to different doors. And you have a certain kind of blessing and you have a certain kind of understanding to know how to enter that door of opportunity, you know. So I just really spun off of that. Like, you know, like keys is really about having the understanding of who you are in God.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's
Definitely. Can y'all see my comment on the screen from
yes.
Brandon?
Oh man.
So that's to you, Brandon.
Dang.
And he also said this. So just
Oh yeah, Sean McGee was raw. Sandusky.
yeah.
Yeah, he was raw.
Yeah, for the listeners, we got a little collabo happening as we speak.
Oh yeah. Hey man, definitely. I wanna man. I'm gonna definitely get his information.
I'll put you two together.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll put you two together. Ain't no thing. So
Thank
so how about the Root? Why don't you tell us that story? You got the homie on that song too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's check that out. The Root.
Yeah.
Man, the root, it's like, you know, the root of all evil. A lot of times people say that money is the root of all evil, but it's not money, it's the love of money. It's about the, like, how far people will go to acquire money, you know, because money isn't like evil if you do the right things with it. So, you know, it's really just about all the roots that kind of like distract us from the goals of our life, and especially the goal in our life of getting closer to God. So the root is really about like money don't equal success, you know?
Yeah.
Question: do you got a YouTube link, Lemanuel? Which shout out Lemanuel Meadows for checking us out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Why your wife anger reacted on our video, bro?
Oh, that
Probably,
was key.
but
Oh,
probably because he's watching us and not paying her no attention. So you know that might have been intentional for y'all too. Sound like his wife, like my lady, so I can feel his pain.
Oh man, hey, you already know, man. You already know. Yeah, man. My wife, she helped me stay in order. I'll definitely say that.
Yeah.
No, but we'll make sure we get all the links posted afterwards. So,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there you go. I ain't got to respond to him then.
let's play a little bit of the Root, and and we're gonna shout out the homie Brajan on here.
Praise John. What up, bro?
Gotta control, I ain't pressed. Yeah. Gotta provide, I ain't stressed. Money don't equal success. No. Money don't equal success. No. Fruit of all evilly stretched. Armor of God, that's my vest. You got some sins to confess. Then and see it forgiveness. All about my father's business. Might hit the block and witness. Saving these souls with kidneys. Saving these souls with kidneys. Straight off the top, I mean it. This has got vision, I seen it. Prophetic route so scenic. Devil had a plan, got remix. Feeling like Curry, it's my season. Gotta thank Jesus, he the reason. Sun's really shine, no phoenix. It's in our DNA helix. I don't believe in no big bang or big bang. I clap back, I sit back, I reload with truth. I got the million, I look past opinions. I don't fear the millions, I'm all in the booth. Counting me out, hood, a prodigal one. Trapping and lost in the fun. Came in like prodigal son. Someone they join or they run. Right to a gun. Always so quick to put homies on tees. Killing our own while we helping police. ARs love when we killing over keys. Black lives matter, but sticks still squeeze. Gotta control, I ain't pressed. Gotta provide, I ain't stressed. Money don't equal success. Money don't equal success. All evilly stretched. Armor of God, that's my vest. You got some sins to confess. Then and see it forgiveness. All about my father's business. Might hit the block and witness. Saving these souls we get.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can't hear you. I think you.
I can't hear you,
Bro.
I was wondering why.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
what are you doing over there?
Bro, I've had to do so much editing on this episode. It's crazy.
Nah, leave the bloopers. Remember, it's uncut.
Yeah, nah, this is cool, man. We authentic.
They're gonna have to get some bloopers out here. Unless somebody finna sponsor us and put us in a bus, or somebody finna give us a studio to work out of. It's bloopers over here, baby. Yeah. Help us get out there though, and then therefore the bloopers could be on somebody's media channel and not on us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey, speak it into reality, bro, for real.
Hey,
Oh no, it's on the way. We just, you know what I'm saying, we had to do a little lab work, but it's on the way.
it's on the way.
Hey,
Hey, and that's just speaking into reality. Don't nobody think that we just gonna pop off tomorrow, but you know what I'm saying? Hey,
it's coming.
one day, it's
Yeah.
coming for sure. I believe in it. I ain't spend no money because I ain't believe in it. I bought equipment because I believe in this.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. I forgot what I was saying while I had it muted. So
It was probably about that verse.
Probably, man. Probably
Yeah.
something like that. It was fire though. Let's
I appreciate it.
let's hit one more.
Oh, okay. Oh man. It could go so many different ways. Let's go with let's switch up the vibe. Let's go with Judas Love.
Okay.
Show my versatility.
Give us a little background on that one.
Oh man, I came up with this verse because like Judas Love, of course we know that Judas betrayed Jesus. So it's really just a song about fake love, and not so much like where people is fake, but just sometimes when we have things that we gravitate towards that we think is going to make us feel better. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with money, like, you know, a lot of times we feel like, oh, if I had more money, I would be more happier. Or if I had this, or if I had that, you know, like it's just a song that's about like things that really don't satisfy your needs like you think. Like the only thing that'll truly like really satisfy that void that sometimes we feel like inside is like just God. Like you can't feel that void inside with nothing else but God's love. So, you know, it's just about filling yourself up with the wrong things and finding the right things to fill yourself up with. So it's Judas Love.
What's up? Let's hear a little bit of it.
Yep.
I know fake love when I see it. Hey, I know fake love when I see it. 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 They so mad they really mid. Hey, I know fake love when I see it. Hey, I know fake love when I see it. All that fake love, I really know it's envy. I'm a real one, I really know God in me. Came out that water and I'm truly set free. Hey, demons not sliding on me. Hey, my Lord paid all the fee. Hey, my blessings all on the replay. All that fake love, I really know it's envy. I'm a real one, I really know God in me. Came out that water and I'm truly set free. Hey, demons not sliding on me. Hey, my Lord paid all the fee. Hey, my blessings all on the replay. Still with no money, I feel like it's sunny. I'm still really chummy, blessed with milk and honey. My spirit dripping, you think I'm infinity, but really I'm litty and I don't sip any. Word is my weapon, I'm squeezing it empty. The devil is plenty, got off 1 to 20. I got that soak up, they got out the bounties. God clean my dirty laundry like it's downy. Pray for the brothers and sisters in county. Like we in foreign, we gotta get outy. I don't care about diamonds dancing the cloudy. I pray you beat the Percocets and Molly. I'm so outside with it, came out the valley. I'm out this firm and I'm not from this planet. I bought a dog with my life, I kept planning. I move with liberty, they cannot stand it. My wife is black and she raising the standard. Yeah, raising the standard. We gotta worship in spirit and truth. So ain't no time for your view. Life is a zoo, no snakes in my crew, not even on shoes. I follow God's rules, I don't move with no fools, no matter they cool. I know really what a Judas would do. I know what a Judas would do. All that fake love.
All right, so y'all gonna have to go back to Spotify. I want to hear the whole album.
You should be able to get the link right there. I done had it up. You know,
yeah, check it out, man.
Link, you know,
so I mean, obviously, we learned that your brother-in-law, rest in peace to him.
Yeah.
As the young folk would say, he put the battery in your back.
Yeah.
But what? Mm, going through the whole writing the music, producing it.
Yeah.
What was that journey like to just do it? Because you didn't just say like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," and then you had a
Yeah.
whole album ready to go. Like obviously, like you went through some things to get it produced and to get it, to get motivated on
Yeah,
what
for
you
sure.
wanted your message to be. Talk about the journey of making this album.
Yeah, man. I started recording last year, and like we had said, I had took a break, a pretty long break. So like the first the first 5 songs I did, I scrapped. Like, like it was just kind of like me catching up to speed and kind of like, wanting my music to be that have a certain kind of relevancy because when I'm doing music for a message, I want people to want to hear it. Like it's so when people hear that rapping about God, like a lot of times people ain't about to click on that. So you got to make sure that you have all the aspects of what music have today, but with the message of God. So I just found myself recording, and I think I probably did a little bit more. I probably did like 7 songs. So out of those 7 songs I did last year, I scrapped all but one. So I just was working on myself. And then I would say probably like around last December, man, I caught speed. And almost every song that I had recorded after that was just like, man, man, man. I'm like, this is what I want to sound like. This is my sound, like, and it started to just come together. And I recorded at a studio in Cleveland called Top of the World Studios. Shout out my engineer named Josh Manis.
Shout out
And
Josh.
he was cool too, man. That's another part of my journey that I feel is really cool. All the change that I did, the people that really rock with me still rock with me. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't fall back like, oh man, this dude always talking about God, or like, oh man, like, cause he was my engineer when I was like doing secular music. So at first, he told me later, like, he was like, man, it was different at first. But then he was like, man, when I heard your message and then I heard like, like your cadence and everything was like all up to par and everything. Like, he was like, man, I started to have faith in your, music and stuff. Like, man, and he was like, everybody can't do what you did. Like, switch, different materials, and then Josh he recorded and mastered everything. And I had it done in the beginning of April, like probably last week of March, beginning of April. And then, like, I dropped it April 15th. April 15th.
That's what's up. It's been that long already.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of new songs recorded, man. It's just like with this baby, man. I'm on lockdown. My wife like, you ain't going to that studio.
Listen here, you better record them. You better record them diapers. You better record
right. Like Jay-Z said, in between changing a diaper, you better be writing some shit.
That was a crazy bar, though. Yeah.
Shout out Kiera, man. Hey, man. So yeah, and I did notice that this album is called War on Demons Part 1.
Yeah.
I did notice that.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm gonna do another part 2. It's gonna have 7 songs on it. 7 is God's number, but like 14 is spiritual perfection or reborn. So, when I feel I have that same type of vibe because that album was really about mostly like spiritual warfare, So like when I feel that type of vibe comes again, then I'll probably have my part 2. But I'm really thinking about like my next project, and y'all probably the first to hear this. Like I'm thinking my next project because it's kind of a little bit different vibe. It's probably gonna be called Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
and it's really about just it's really about the heart of our people and the heart of the church right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I noticed that, and if I'm wrong, just tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So this seems like you got a little bit of video game inspiration in it
Yeah.
as well. Kingdom Hearts, that was a
Yeah.
classic video game. The World
Yeah.
Demons cover, it looks like the character from Assassin's Creed, and it looks like
Yeah.
a PS4 case type
Yeah.
or Xbox case on it. So I'm not tripping.
No, man, I like that you pointed that out because like I wanted to make it like pretty practical too, because like if you got to zoom in on it, but it say like defeat your demons and level up, because I just wanted the message like most of us that grew up playing video games, at every level you had to defeat a boss. You know what I'm saying? And most of the games that I played, like you had to defeat some type of demon or some kind of monster. But basically, the message is when we defeat our demons, then we level up in life.
It looked like God of War letters. Really what it looked
Yeah.
But what we not gonna do is just pass up that bar
What?
where you just said when you defeat your demons in life, you level up. I probably just messed it up a little bit, but
Yeah.
that was the spirit of what you said. That was a bar.
Yeah.
That was a bar that will absolutely be on social media.
Reels.
Yeah.
So, man, new baby, new album,
Yeah.
top tier real estate salesperson.
Yeah.
Man. And
And
what
it's
else?
crazy.
Where you keep your easy button at, bro?
Wow, man. Telling you, man. It's just, man, it's a lot of balance and it's a lot of prayer, bro. Like I'm the kind of person, man, I ain't never gonna ever do or act like I'm doing this without God. Like if it's anybody that's listening that probably ain't like super spiritual, I probably get on their nerves, but I can't cap. Like I can't act like I do this outside of the authority and power that God gave me through his spirit. Like I don't know how I do this stuff. I put my mind to it. I keep myself before the Lord, and these things come to fruition. You know, this is really it, man. Like I'm really like I base my current life off of another Bible scripture that's Matthew 6:33. It says, first seek ye the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all else shall be added to you. Yeah, I
Look
really
at Fred
believe
getting in
that.
there.
Yeah, no, I see.
I grew up in the church. I mean, I go every Sunday, but
Yeah. Hey,
hey,
I
some
respect
things,
that
some
though.
things gonna stick. This shit, it is what it is.
Facts, man. For real, man. And I'm just really, man, I'm really just living off that verse, bro. Like I put God first, and man, it really happens.
Look, one thing I can say, you know what I'm saying, almost everybody probably live off a verse. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's always gonna be a verse that, you know what I'm saying, stick. Like my mom's is like Proverbs 23, you know what I'm saying? So another one, Psalms 23 is a big one for a lot of people. So people live off verses, you know what I mean? Like there's another, I think it's another Matthew verse that, you know what I'm saying, she loved too, but I mean, that's like no matter what, I think that helps give a person that extra push. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just when you get down, even for me, like on some regular degular, I ain't been to church on no regular degular. And when I say regular degular, I'm talking, y'all know what I mean, like Bible, not Bible study, but Sunday school, church service, second service, Bible study.
Yeah.
I ain't been on no regular degular since I was in my mama house, but
yeah,
even on hard times, we still, you know what I'm saying, call out his name or, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
recite the scripture or something, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. Even some of the most non-spiritual folks still call out, you know what I'm saying? Oh Lord, help me, please. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something about it, like, they know that that's where, you know what I'm saying, they strength or they help come from, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. For sure, man.
Well, listen, man, I'm happy for you, bro. I'm proud of you. Keep doing
Thanks,
what you're
man.
doing. You know what I'm saying? We will definitely love to have you back anytime.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And
Man, bro, I had a lot of fun, man. I
yeah,
like too, man, just meeting Fred, man. I like when I meet people that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that how we started off the show, like, him giving his perspective and me listening. Because I feel like that's what's missing in our culture. Everybody get offended when like somebody be like, well, you know what, bro? I see it like that, but this is how I see it too. That's how we grow, man. When we be mature enough to accept each other's perspective, bro.
Hey, real talk. That's how what's happening was built. You know what I'm saying? Like just two cats sitting there giving two perspectives. You
Yeah.
know, and if you'd asked our peers at the time, they'd have been like, "There's no way y'all hold a conversation together." Like, hey, man, hey, I'm telling you, I'm probably a lot more mild than what I was, but there was sitting us two in the same room. They'd have never thought. You know what I mean? That me and him be on the same page the way we do. But,
Yeah.
we always understood that each other was going to have a different perspective. It helped us learn from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? That's how you learn. That's how you build. That's how you grow.
okay.
Yeah.
I just realized I halfway lied because I said we ain't talked since last week, but we just had a whole text version of a podcast on Friday. I just
Hey, man, it happens so so naturally. It still feel like forever because we still got 100 rounds to go when we do talk or look face to face. Like I think that's probably the worst part is we don't have enough time to put all this on wax because boy, we have probably more involved than pot.
So, Brandon, real quick,
Yeah.
plug everything you got going on.
Yeah, man. Follow me on all social medias, man. I keep it real basic, man. AG_2G_2lit. That's my screen names. So I keep it basic across the board. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's TikTok, all those good social medias.
Okay, all right, and then where can everybody listen to your music at? Spotify, anywhere else?
Yeah, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, um, SoundCloud, man, just about Amazon Music, just anywhere you can stream music, I'm on.
Plug
So,
the wife's website when it's back up and running. Since we talked about
man,
it
I
at the beginning.
definitely, hey, y'all go check out May 1st Crafts, because it is clothing, but my wife, she do a whole bunch of different things too. She's very artistic. I'll say that. She's artsy. So like definitely check out her Instagram, May 1st Crafts.
Bet. And then y'all know where y'all can find us at What's Happening, WHUSHATTNIN. I got it right here on my screen looking at Fred, and I still looked away trying to think of it. You saw that?
Looking at me, it's in the corner. It's like you gotta look at me. Like,
That's what I'm
Yeah, I
saying.
look to the Lord for the for the spelling. You see it look up, Fred? Lord, please give me the spelling.
he spelled it. It shouldn't even be no mystery. It should be already tattooed. I'm the one that had to struggle with it first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But since we laughing, I do, what I'm saying, want to end out, what I'm saying, because the other Brandon, not the one that we interviewing. The Brandon we interviewing is married, but we're gonna end with a laugh. He said, "Ain't nothing wrong with being true to your faith." There's a whole lot of thick Christian women who know what commitment really means. But I already said this Brandon married, what I'm saying, there's a bunch of married folks on this podcast, but boy, that's a good one.
Oh man.
I guess if y'all ain't on the podcast, y'all on Christian Mingle. Peace.
Y'all know the crazy part is? The crazy part is that we interview a Christian artist, and because of Fred, I still got to list this episode as explicit.
It ain't just because of me.
Oh, yes, it is.
I say this all the time. You know what you were doing when you invited me to be a co-host, so it ain't because of me.
Y'all follow us on social media. If you're joining us for the first time live, thank you. What's happening on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Subscribe to the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Listen to the entire archive. Leave us a 5-star rating. Fred is Mr.Humble_beginnings on Instagram. I am Brad Robinson 1986 on Twitter, I think, and Instagram, one of the two. I don't know. It'll be in the show comments. Remember, I changed it.
Archbishop
Yeah,
Swag
I'm about to say,
I've been
post
changed
all
it.
them links so I can follow Fred.
I
too.
didn't. I ain't see that you changed it. I'm gonna have to go look. It's probably whack.
Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.